Hello friends, in last lecture we discussed about the nucleophilic substitution reactions. As we discussed, there are two types of mechanism in case of nucleophilic substitution reaction. One is the substitution nucleophilic unimolecular reaction, that is we call it as a SN1 reactions. Okay, S stands for the substitution, N stands for the nucleophilic, and 1 stands for the unimolecular reactions. So second one type is the substitution nucleophilic bimolecular reactions. Okay, that is SN2 reaction. Here 2 means 2 stands for the bimolecular reaction. So these types depends on the how many molecules involved in the slow step, that is called RDS, means rate determining steps. Okay, we discussed in last lecture we discussed SN2 reactions in details. Okay, so let's in this topic we discuss now SN1 reaction. Okay, let's see SN1 reaction. SN1 reactions. In this point we will discuss about the kinetics and mechanism of this SN1 reactions. Okay, for this SN1 reaction mechanism, let's consider the example of hydrolysis of tertiary butyl bromide by aqueous base, that is NaOH, to yield tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay, let's take example of tertiary butyl bromide hydrolysis. So CH3 and Br. So name of this compound is tertiary butyl bromide. Okay, this is a alkyl halide. Okay, so when we react this alkyl halide with the NaOH, that is hydrolysis, this NaOH OH minus having role of nucleophile. So after attacking of nucleophile, there is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, Br minus. So this is leaving group. Okay, and this is our product, tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay, so we can see here there is a replacement of bromide by OH. Okay, so this is a substitution reaction. So in this reaction we substitute a nucleophile, so we substitute this halide by nucleophile. So this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this is example of SN1 reaction. So let's see kinetics of this SN1 reactions. Okay, let's see kinetics of SN1 reactions. Kinetics. Okay, so kinetics means study of the any chemical reactions. So in kinetics, rate determining steps is very important because it is a slow step, and in slow step we can determine how many molecules are there present in the in that step. So when we study kinetics of this SN1 reaction or this reaction, we find that rate is directly proportional to rate of this reaction is directly proportional to concentration of tertiary butyl bromide. Okay, CH3 thrice OH, sorry, 3 OBr. Okay, that is tertiary butyl bromide. So rate of this reaction, it totally depends on the concentration of reactant only. There is no role of nucleophilic substitution reaction in slow step. Okay, so if we remove this property sign, so we have to put proportional constant, that is K1. Why K1 here use? Because we study SN1 reaction, so here we use only 1. In SN2 reaction we use 2 here. So rate is equal to K1 into concentration of tertiary butyl bromide. Okay, where K1 is the rate constant. K1 is rate constant. K1 is rate constant. Okay, rate constant of first order reaction. Okay, first order reaction means rate rate of this reaction totally depends on only one species, that is reactants. So this is a first order reactions. As we discuss, as we know, the kinetics means study of any chemical speed of chemical reaction, and it is totally depend on the slow step. So in this mechanism we found that the rate of this reaction is totally depend on the concentration of the reactants. Okay, so next okay, as second point, proposed mechanism. Let's see proposed mechanism for SN1 reaction. How this reaction going to a pathway. Okay, let's see. As we know that this is a SN1. This is a first order reaction. That is, rate of this reaction totally depends on the concentration of the reactant. So in rate determining step or slow step, only one molecule involved. That is, there is a breaking of alkyl and halide group. Okay, so this happens in only slow step. After slow step, there is a formation of carbonium ion. Sorry, carbonium or carbocation ion. Okay. Okay. Since the slow step consists of only tertiary butyl bromide and the nucleophile OH attacks in the fast step. Okay, so nucleophile attacks in fast step. In slow step, there is a breaking of carbon and halogen bond. Okay, and to form a carbonium ion, as it is a bond breaking steps, so energy required for this step should be high, and hence it is a slow step. The carbonium ion form is having a sp3 hybridized, and it is a planar with the bond angle 120. So let's see how this reaction happens. Let's take example. Okay, so CBr bond CS3, this CS3 goes behind the plane. Okay, this dark line CS3 shows that it is on the plane. So this is a three-dimensional structure of tertiary butyl bromide, so having a sp3 carbon. Okay, so this is a sp3 hybrid carbon. So let's see what happened in the slow step. Okay, as we know that it is a first order reaction, so there is a breaking of carbon halogen bond in the slow step. Okay, there is no role of nucleophile in this step. So only reactant breaks its bond to form a carbonium ion or carbocation. Okay, CS3 plus charge. So this is a carbocation having a hybridization is sp2. Okay, so hybridization changes from sp3 to sp2. Okay, in fast step. Okay, after this there is a fast step. So fast step can attack in as we know that sp2 carbon having geometry is planar. So nucleophile can attack from both sides. Both side means front side, that is where the leaving group differs, and from opposite sides of the leaving group. So there are two possibilities to attack by nucleophile, front side as well as back side. Okay, so if we consider backside attack, then there is a inversion in configuration as in case of SN2 reactions. Okay, SN2 reactions, in case of SN2 reactions. Another possibility is attack of nucleophile from front side. Front side means where was the leaving group, front side. Okay, if front side attack takes place, then there is a retention in configurations. CS3 CH3 and OH. So in this case there is a inversion in configuration. Okay, and in case of this by front side attack there is a retentions. Okay. So we discussed that the sp2 carbon having planar geometry, so there should be a 50% of inversion and 50% of retention configuration, but actually there is a variation in the retention and inversion in configuration. So why this happen, let's discuss that in another point. So first we see the how energy profile diagram or how energy changes in SN1 reaction mechanism. Okay, let's take third point, energy profile diagram. Energy profile diagram. Okay, energy profile diagram means how energy changes during the reaction mechanism. So if we plot or if we study energy changes during the SN1 reaction, if we consider, here is a reactant energy. Okay, this is energy axis, energy changes on this axis. This axis is reaction coordinate, reaction coordinate. Okay, if we consider the energy of reactant is here. Okay, energy of reactant is here, that is CH3 Br means reactant, okay, having a some amount of energy. So if we supply energy to this reactant, then there is a partially breaking of, so there is increase in energy. At some point there is a highest energy, okay, and then after this point there is a decrease in energy. Slowly there is a decrease in energy. So there is a slowly decrease in energy. At some point there is a minimum energy. Okay, at this point there is a minimum energy. Then again energy increases. Again energy increases and making a maximum point. Okay. Then again energy goes decreasing and decreasing. So at this point there is a formation of products. So this is the energy of product. Okay, so here are two peaks in SN1 reaction. So first peak is for the partially breaking up carbon and halogen bond. So here is a partially breaking up carbon and halogen bond. Okay, so these steps means for the breaking up partially bond. At this point the energy decreases because here is a departure of leaving group takes place fully. So this step is considered is for the formation of carbocation, okay, plus halogen. Okay, again here is an increase in energy. At this stage nucleophile slowly attacks on carbocation. So at this point there is a partially formation of OH bond with the carbocation. So there is a formation of, okay, here is plus charge, here, so here is a partially breaking and here is a partially making. So at this point again energy goes to decrease. So this energy decreases means there is a formation of OH and carbon bond taking place. At this point there is a fully OH bond is formed with the carbon. So OH with the carbon, that is CH3 that is formation of product. So from alkyl halide there is a formation of alcohol. So this is a okay, let's compare the reactant energy and product energy. So there is a reactant having a highest energy than the products, and this difference is called as heat of reaction, and it is denoted by the delta H, heat of reactions. And these from this point there is at this highest point is called as energy of activation. Energy of activation from this reactant energy to the highest peak point energy is called as activation energy. This energy is required to activate or to react the molecule. So this is a energy profile diagram of the hydrolysis of tertiary methyl bromide, that is by SN1 reaction. Okay, here is a for breaking of bond, and here is a making of bond. So this peak is concerned with the breaking of bond, and this peak is concerned with the making of bond. So this is a energy profile diagram of SN1 reactions. Okay, thank you.